A review for the Limey with the great Terrence Stamp, directed by Steven Soderbergh. It's an interesting movie. I wouldn't say it's like amazing, but I like it a lot. There's strong performances. I'd say the standout is definitely Terrence Stamp. Um, Peter Fonda's very good in this too. Luis Guzman as the supporting character, a guy he kind of becomes friends with. Basically, Terrence Stamp is an ex-con in England, and he learns his daughter is dead, and he comes to LA to investigate. And it's a neo-noir movie, kind of a slow burn. There's some interesting editing where they're jumping from the past to the present to, in some ways, I think the future, like with him in the airplane. So that was like, I don't know if I was into that though, but it's at least different. I mean, in some ways I could kind of go stop the little bit over stylized I'd say the movie is. It's just a straight up investigative movie. You pretty much learn who did it right away. I mean, you're not exactly sure. It's Peter Fonda. And you listen to some of the dialogue from Peter Fonda, and he's with his new girl. His former woman was Terrence Stamp's daughter, and it's like he talks about the '60s. He's almost playing the character from Easy Rider, but after Easy Rider, he became a Hollywood producer, and he's super rich now. But he's corrupt, and he basically, one thing he does is produces music, and he also, people who have a bunch of money and they got it illegally and they can't move it, they give it to him, and he takes some off the top and he holds it for them. So just go into spoilers. I do like the movie. It has great chemistry between Peter Fonda and Leslie Ann Warren. Luis Guzman is great. Who's the other woman that's in it? Okay, Leslie Ann Warren. Okay. She's really good with Terrence Stamp. There's almost like a hint at a romance, but nothing happens. I almost wish in the end that he did have a romance with her, and maybe he stayed in LA. But no, he goes back to England. Barry Newman's in it. But yeah, I'd say that definitely the standout is Terrence Stamp, Peter Fonda. I mean, Luis Guzman is always good. He's always kind of playing the same character, though. Kind of this, I don't know if you'd say tough Hispanic guy, but kind of this, he like someone with kind of a darker past. He says, he's been to jail. Terrence Stamp has been to jail. He talks about his tattoos. That kind of character, but he's always a little goofy. He's great in Count of Monte Cristo. He's really good. And again, he's kind of playing a similar role where he's kind of not the henchman, but kind of the right-hand man of the main character. So plays a lot of the same roles, but it's always nice to see him. Um, but yeah, it's a really straightforward movie. I love the scene when Terrence Stamp it goes into the business where he knows his daughter was at one point, because Luis Guzman was friends with his daughter, and also Leslie Ann Warren. And he goes into that business and he just beats up the guy because he won't tell him anything. He tells him to get lost. They beat him up. They're like, if you ever come back, we're gonna kill you. Then he just gets up, pulls a gun out of the back of his shirt, which they didn't search. They took his other gun, and he just walks in there and kills all of them, except for one guy who runs away. And then Terrence Stamp is screaming, "Tell them I'm coming! Tell them I'm coming!" And just a funny scene because just the way Terrence Stamp says it, it's almost like he's in. It's weird. It's almost like the movie doesn't quite take itself as seriously as some other directors would, I think. And maybe he knows that it's kind of a cliche what he's doing, you know? Like, you've seen this kind of story before. It's just all about how you do it. And I think Terrence Stamp just died, great actor. But to think of it, I don't know, there's not a lot of movies of his that I've seen, I mean, obviously he's Zod, he's a great Zod. I also like Michael Shannon's performance in Man of Steel. I know some people really don't. That's fine. At least with Man of Steel and Michael Shannon, he did something different. And Michael Shannon's also a great actor. So at least Zack Snyder, chose another great actor. He's doing something different. He's just not trying to do a Terrence Stamp impersonation. They're not wearing the same outfits. Krypton looks different. So, and I mean, I like the new Superman movie, but heck, it's not going to make as much as Man of Steel. Especially if you take inflation into account. I mean, Man of Steel probably made, what, 800 million now? If not more. So, it's just kind of interesting that, they get rid of that, but whatever. The new Superman I liked, so hopefully they keep making more. But anyways, that's about that. It's totally different. But yeah, Zod, but I mean, he's in some other stuff, but there's a lot of movies of his I haven't seen. And just after he died, I was remembering, oh yeah, the Limey. I remember liking that. So figured I'd give it a watch. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't know, I'm not a massive Steven Soderbergh fan. I mean, I do think he's talented. He's just a guy that he's just not a go-to for me. Like, I think Ocean's 11's probably his best movie. This may be one of his top... This is in the top 5 for me that I've seen from him. Because Ocean's 12 and 13, I didn't like. Contagion's okay. This is better, I'd say. I'd rather watch this. Out of Sight, it's all right. I think this is a better movie though. And Out of Sight's based on a book by the guy who wrote Jackie Brown. I think Jackie Brown's a better movie, but anyways, yeah, I don't know. And in the past 10 years, I haven't seen, I don't think, anything he's really done. So I don't know. So some of the direction in this, it's almost like I get like a dreamlike feel. It's kind of a weird choice, but yeah, I don't know. Some of the direction I wasn't quite into. Just this kind of weird, disjointed, dreamlike feel. Yeah, using jump cuts, changes in color palettes. I did like the 60s feel to some of it with Fonda. He's always an actor I enjoy watching. And I swear that they're referencing Easy Rider, especially when he's telling his girlfriend that story about him on a motorcycle. The movie's 89 minutes, so it's really quick. There's not much fat. He's basically looking to get, to punish Peter Fonda. Man, the scene when he walks into the party, and then like the main henchman of Peter Fonda, he just throws him over his like Malibu cliffside house, kills the guy instantly, and then he just leaves. And come to think of it, in the end, Peter Fonda breaks his leg. He's right by the beach, and I think he just leaves him there to die. I guess the water will kill him. I don't know. I mean, he admits to him that he killed his daughter. The scene's really good. Also, when he's talking to that woman, and then she's like, "Why don't you just well, how are you gonna find out if he killed her or not?" And Terrence Stamp is just like, "I'll bloody ask him." I don't know. He's just such a good actor. You could just listen to him for days. There's a bunch of really good English slang in this too. So yeah, just an enjoyable movie. If you haven't seen it, I'd say check it out. I mean, I just, talked about the ending, but to be honest, it's pretty predictable. I mean, of course he's gonna get his man. He's gonna get Peter Fonda. You're not sure if he dies or not, but pretty much kills all of Peter Fonda's friends, his henchmen. This is his security guard. Highlights Soderbergh's innovative technique to engage film buffs compared to Out of Sight or Traffic. Yeah, I'd say I like this better. Discusses Terrence Stamp's iconic performance to draw in viewers familiar with his work. Yeah, it's just, I wish I could, go back and watch more of his stuff. The Collector's one, kind of, it seemed like, I watched an interview with him, and he said, like, in the 70s, he really didn't work at all in Hollywood. And he was really big in the 60s, apparently. But I haven't really seen any of those. The movie kind of does have a cult status at this point. So, yeah, that's about it, though. I just thought I'd do a quick review for it. There's themes of revenge, loss, culture clash. Some non-linear storytelling. So, but, comment below. Let me know. Are you a fan? Are you a fan of Terrence Stamp? And, yeah, that's about it. Just say cheers to Terrence Stamp. Very good, solid, old school English actor. So, yeah, I'll see you next time.